Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. This is virtual learning system, session 2020 of Pakistan International School, Taif. Dear student, this is for grade 9, subject Geography of Pakistan in lieu of Urdu. Chapter number 6, Environmental Problem. This is my 5th lecture. I am your subject teacher, Muhammad Yunus. My dear students, we will study today environmental problems, chapter number 6. Students' learning outcomes. After studying this chapter, the students will be able to explain the environment. They will be able to explain the causes of environmental problems. They will be able to explain the vagaries of climate. Vagaries means unexpected changes. Number 4, they will be able to explain the environmental pollution. Number 5, they will explain the environmental pollutants. They will be able to know about the World Environment Day. Dear student, here is chapter number 6, Environmental Problem. First of all, I will define what is meant by environment or the definition of environment. The surroundings or conditions in which a person, animal, or plant lives or operates is called environment. Another definition is like this: the circumstances, objects, and conditions by which one is surrounded is called environment. The environment affects the growth and development of a person. Here I will give you some explanation. Unexpected changes of climate influence human life and society to a great extent. Favorable changes bring about a positive result. Crops flourish, social life becomes prosperous, and economic conditions improve. The unfavorable weather conditions sometimes bring about bad effects. Now, we will study about the environmental problems caused by vagaries of climate. In this chapter, we will study about the environmental problems such as floods, landslides, aridity, windstorms, earthquakes, and environmental pollution. Dear student, we will study one by one. First, that is the flood. I will define flood. An overflow of a large amount of water beyond its normal limits, especially over what is normally dry land, is called flood. What are the causes of floods in Pakistan? I will give you here some small explanation about every cause. First cause of floods, overflows of river water. In Pakistan, rainfall is not well distributed throughout the year. It falls within a period of a few months and sometimes a few days. Some of the rainwater is absorbed by the ground, whereas most of it rushes to the low-lying areas. When the water reaches the river, it overflows their banks, causing floods. Number two, melting snow on mountains. Pakistan has too much mountainous area. The Indus and its tributary rivers rise in the snow-clad mountains. In the early summer, the snow on these mountains begins to melt and sometimes rivers receives large amount of water and start overflowing, which cause floods. Number three, heavy rainfall. In Pakistan, during summer monsoon, winds cause heavy rainfall on the slopes of the highlands with only a thin cover of vegetation. So the rainwater reaches the river quickly. As a result, they overflow, particularly in the plains, flooding adjacent areas. So in this way, all three causes the floods. Now we will see what are the effects of floods. There are many effects, but we will study here. Flood cause a great damage to crops when they bring vast area of land underwater. And when there is the flood comes, the standing crops damaged by these floods. Number two, flood cause great loss of life and property. During the flood season, many people died due to the flood, and their houses are also damaged. Number three, flood damage power transmission and power generation. The Indus and its tributary swell out and spread over the plain like the fingers of hands. It means hand has 5 fingers. Similarly, in Pakistan, there are the 5 rivers in which water flows all the year. They flow over the plains of low gradient. When the heavy monsoon rain falls, and at the same time the snow on the mountains melts, during the month of July and August, the water overflows the banks of the rivers, causing flood. Pakistan has many floods during the past few years. Sometimes they were very dangerous. There was a great loss of life and the properties and other things. My dear students, we will study here now what steps are taken by the government of Pakistan to control the floods. Here we will discuss all those steps are taken by the government. Heavy summer rain sometimes bring misery to the riverine areas by causing floods. The government, being alive to this problem, has taken effective measures to protect the land and its people. Number one, established a permanent department of flood control to warn the people well in time of the coming floods. A permanent department of flood control has been set up. It keeps an eye on the floods and informs the government to warn the people well in time of the coming flood so that people can be informed to save his life and property from the flood. Number two, construction of embankment on both sides of the river to protect the flood. The land on either sides of the river is protected by the construction of embankments or bunds. They are mostly strong enough to keep the water flowing in its bed. It means government constructed shoulders of the river and strengthened them so that water cannot come out from the rivers. Number three, bridges and culverts have been built across the road and railway lines to pass flood water without causing damage. To allow the flood water to go from one side to the other side of the roads and the railways so that they can save the roads and railway lines and that water can pass easily. Number four, establishment relief camp to cooperate the affected people. Whenever there is a danger of floods, the people of the areas likely to be affected are advised to shift to the safer places. Then in the people are informed that you must move from your homes to the safe places. Number 5, assistance of military to the civil authorities. The government established relief camps to help the affected people. The government and the public volunteer cooperate in such a situation. Number 6, the areas along the roads being afforested to keep floodwater in control. Government also, you can say, planted on both sides the river so their shoulders can be strong and water cannot come outside. Number 7, settlement of affected people in school building or other vacant places. After coming the flood, when the peoples are affected, they are shifted in big places with the help of military also. Number 8, provide them food and medical aid. It is also the duty of the government. The affected people also helped by food and the medical aid. Number 9, rehabilitation of affected people when the floods are over. After finishing floods, when the floods are over, the work of rehabilitation begins. The government provides all the necessary facilities to the affected people so that they may repair their houses and start farming as soon as possible. Next topic is landslides. What's meant by landslide? Dear student, we can define it. The downward movement of large masses of earth or rocks from mountains or a cliff is called landslides. Landslides are produced during the rainy season in the mountainous areas after the rain or during the rain when the mountain lose their grips. Those mountains come down on the road, and sometimes roads are blocked due to landslides. These are the various ways of downward movement of a large masses of earth or of or rocks from a mountain. There are two types of the landslides. Number one, slow flowage, landslide. In slow flowage landslides, soil creep or rock creep. Number two, rapid flowage, like landslide or the rock fall during the rain or the rainy season. Landslides are those types of the movement in which the moving mass contain less water. These are often caused by rainwater soaking into soil and earthly material on a steep slope. Thus, their weight is much increases and they become more mobile. Landslide may also be caused by an earthquake on the sea coast by undermining action of the sea. Here are some causes of landslides. Here are four causes of landslides. Number one, rainwater. Just like I told you during the rain. When there is the rain on the mountainous areas, then some parts of the mountains comes down. Second, earthquake. During the earthquake, there are also internal changes of the earth and some mountains also separate from their parent mountains and cause the landslide. Soil erosion. Soil erosion is also called the landslide. Volcanic activities. When there is also volcanic activities, then it disturbs the also structure of the earth, which cause the landslide. Areas of landslides in Pakistan. Parts of Balochistan, northern mountain regions, Murray Hills Road, and Karakoram Highway. Heavy rain on the slope of the mountains cause landslide. Of the masses of rocks, it has often been noticed that big masses of rocks after sliding down blocked the passage and obstructed traffic on parts of the Murray Hills and the Karakoram Highway. My dear students, next topic is, here you can see landslides visually, especially on Hadda Road. I got a diagram that you can see all these small stones came from the mountains, maybe in rainy season. So this is known as the landslide. So after you can see landslide, there are too much hurdles. Maybe roads are blocked. so that the life of people can be saved. Dear students, next topic is aridity. Aridity is a deficiency of moisture. Aridness, thirstiness, dryness, waterlessness, the condition of not containing or being covered by a liquid, especially water. In simple way, you can say aridity is a dryness. Aridity commonly occurs in Pakistan on rain shadow areas. It is also present where the area receives dry winds coming from land and in places where anticyclone conditions persist for a long time. It is important to note that aridity depends on not merely on the amount of precipitation, but also on the precipitation effectiveness. Now we will see what are the causes of aridity. Number one, location of the area away from the sea are arid. From a location in the continental interior, far from the winds driving moisture from the sea cause the aridity. Number two, high pressure system. It may occur in an area permanently under the influence of large stable high pressure system with low humidity and descending air current. Number three, the cause of aridity, the dry and hot local wind. It may be found in an area under the dry and hot local winds. Number four, wind is blowing from the sea over cold current to a heated land. Areas where the wind is blowing from the sea over a cold current to a heated land also cause the aridity. Now, arid regions of Pakistan. Number one, lower Indus Plain. This is arid region of Pakistan. It includes Tharparkar, Sibbi, Jacobabad. These are the, you can say, name of the areas. Number two, parts of the Potwar Plateau. This included Jhelum and Chakwal district. Number three, parts of Balochistan. There are some areas of Balochistan plateau where the aridity is found. Dear students, you can see aridity. Okay, what type of the shape becomes getting the aridity position. So you can see this is the structure of some land patches after getting the aridity. All the upper layer of the land is so much dry, you can say it became a different parts, like you can see the bricks. Here, you cannot grow anything. So this area is unfit for the cultivation. Dear students, Barani area land. Barani areas are the land. What is meant by Barani areas? The areas where agriculture depends on rainfall are called Barani areas of the land. It means there is no canal system. The example, like the mountainous area, there is no canal system, but the people cultivate some lands that depends upon the rain. If there is the rain, the crops can grow. If there is no rain, then there will be no cultivation. You cannot get any crops there. Steps taken by the government for the development of agriculture activities in Barani areas. Here we will study what steps, what measures are taken by the government of Pakistan to develop the agricultural activities in Barani areas. Barani areas, it means that area where agriculture depends on rainfall. Number one, supply water through artificial irrigation. Every possible effort is made for the supply of water through artificial irrigation, just like by the tankers and then by the Persian wells. The people can give the water to their crops. Number two, arrangements for the supply of canal water, if possible. And the government makes the arrangement. If the government can provide water by canal, then there is no problem. Number three, established Cholistan Development Authority, CDA, for desert areas of Bahawalpur. The government of Pakistan has established Cholistan Development Authority for the development of desert area of Bahawalpur division. By making arrangements for the supply of water through pipelines from different sources, this vast area of region may be brought under cultivation of various crops and vast pastures may be created for rearing sheep and goat. Number 4, set up a Barani Commission, ABAD, Agency for Barani Commission. A Barani Commission has been set up to think out the ways and means to use these areas for cultivation of various crops. Next, establishment of a Barani College in Rawalpindi for agriculture instruction. A Barani College has been established in Rawalpindi for imparting agriculture instruction up to BSc honor, and no plans are under to raise it to a university level. Dear students, today there's the end of the lecture. Here is some homework for you. You will write the answer, short answer of these questions on your notebooks. Enlist 3 causes of floods. Number 2, what is meant by landslides? Number 3, name 3 causes of heredity. Number 4, define Barani areas. Number 5, enlist 2 types of landslides. Thank you very much to watch the lecture for today.